So without further ado, let's get into the story. The story is called Kenopsia. Kenopsia. My alarm clock went off at 11:30 a.m., signaling the start of my day. I got up and made myself a pot of coffee as I normally did and began my day. I lived in a small town and worked from home, so given that I got to set my own hours, I usually put off work until the latter part of the day and spent the earlier part of my day doing whatever I wanted, which usually involved gaming, doing work around the house, and just generally avoiding people. I am something of a hermit, you might say. Gotta be honest, there were times when I just kinda wished people would just disappear and I could be left to my own devices. I don't mean to come off too misanthropic, it's just how I feel sometimes. I'm sorry, somebody keeps calling me. I moved to this small, middle of nowhere type town from the city to escape people, but even the people around here can be a bit overwhelming at times. In addition to not having the energy to put up with people for too long, I generally feel that most people are untrustworthy, so I don't bother. So I was glad to work from home doing data entry for a healthcare agency. It allowed me to be away from people and still make a decent wage, enough to support myself. On the docket for today was to do a little work on my car. My car was still drivable, but I'm starting to suspect that I may have to swap out the spark plugs and wires sooner rather than later. After breakfast, I went out to the driveway where my Hyundai Sonata was parked, and I popped the hood to inspect the spark plugs. They certainly were starting to look a bit crispy. I was definitely going to want to replace them today. It was just then that I realized that I hadn't bought new wires yet and would need to. In order to figure I would need to go into town and go to the auto parts store to pick some up. So I put the spark plugs back in as I figured they could make it a few more trips before needing to be replaced. I then readied myself to interact with the public and headed off. However, as I drove into town, I noticed an eerie silence. There was an absence of wildlife as well. I decided to go to the mall. I was very shocked to find the parking lot was completely empty. I went inside. To my horror, the mall was completely deserted. The stores and restaurants were all open. Merchandise was still on display, but there was no one there. It is really hard to imagine a place that is normally bustling, devoid of all life. It gave me a very strange and uneasy feeling. "Hello," I shouted. "Hello, hello, 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 hello." With my hands cupping my mouth, hearing nothing but an echo in return, which was very disturbing. Clothing stores, shoe stores, toy stores, food court, arcade was all empty, and the mall was normally bustling with people. I went back to the arcade to find that no one was there except the machines were on and still functional. Feeling confused and rather disturbed, I decided to just drive home. I figured wherever everybody was, they would be back eventually. As I pulled into my driveway, I noticed that a stiff breeze had begun to blow, and upon exiting my vehicle, one of the leaflets that littered the ground blew up into my face before falling to the ground. It was then